Welcome in, everyone, to Blood on the Grand Strand, GM'd by Harry von Schland and no one else matters. Hi!
That is a lie, and you know it. Yes, thank you. Welcome, everybody, back to Session 2 of Blood on the Grand Strand. In here lies tragedy. Let's meet our tragic vampires, starting with the Primogen.
Hello, I'm Cruz the Primogen, and I play Anthony Tulip, a humble caitiff in the service of Hunter, the casino owner.
Mr. Jersh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm the person who runs this here Twitch channel, and you can find me playing tonight Hunter Pierrot, the humble card shark who definitely doesn't want to eat everything and everyone right now. It's gonna go fine.
It's gonna go really good.
Mm-hmm.
Harry.
I'm gonna die right now. I'm Harry, aka the Slubry Cat. I'm playing Galen Somnus, and I'm about to get eaten, so...
It's like a non-zero chance. Kitsu?
Hey, I am Kitsu. I play Astrid Huber. I am getting a feeling I'm not really like but the rest of these guys. I think it has to do something with my clan. Oh yeah, I play a Tremere, so
that'll do it.
Everybody likes Astrid. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, clearly.
Sure, it has nothing to do with all the secrets that she has.
No, what secrets?
Alrighty, if you all are ready, let's start, let's begin, let's continue our vampire story. Things are never as they seem. A mark, a statement, they are always deeper than we perceive. Like walking in the ocean and suddenly dipping under the surface because the bottom has disappeared beneath your feet. The water appears shallow until you are suddenly flailing around beneath the surface, desperately searching for solid ground again. That is the unlife of a kindred, that delicate balancing act as sand shifts beneath your feet. The vampires of the Grand Strand know this. Our coterie knows this as they stare down the extended barrel of a Rutger Redhawk, wielded by an FBI agent. But sometimes you have to ride the wave or be swallowed up by it. They know this too. Galen, as you reach out with your mind and attempt to mesmerize this mortal, I need you to make me a rouse check.
Okay.
Galen, a hunger frenzy check. A hunger frenzy check.
Okay, that's success. Okay, so I don't get hungrier.
Just wait to give me that roll.
And now we see if I die.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 3.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. It's been awful fun.
It's not enough. Hunter, you try so hard, but the blood drips down from Galen's third eye. Your fangs come out, and you lunge at him and bite into his neck.
Ow! Fuck!
Astrid, you see this, and you're muted if you wanted to say something.
Can I do something about this?
You absolutely can try and get Hunter off of him. Strengthen brawl.
Please do.
Okay.
Galen, roll me a rouse check.
Oh boy.
What is your hunger at? Is that 3? Is that
3,
correct?
yeah. Okay, it's also another success there.
All right. Hunter, you have slaked 1 hunger from Galen. You are at 4 hunger.
Oof.
Please roll me your unspent willpower to see if you can detach yourself from his neck. Astrid, what did you get on the strength and brawl?
Just 1 second. I have to add my hunger or no?
Yes. Yes. You are only at 1 hunger, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I did it. Hold on.
I should look at the roll
6
as well.
Yeah, like, that's 2 successes, I think.
2 to 2. Hunter, 2 successes is not enough to pull yourself away from Gallon.
I am fucked.
Astrid, 2 successes is not enough to pull Hunter off of Gallon. You grab onto his shoulder, but Hunter will not let go. And Gallon, there's no longer time for you to resist. The kiss has taken over.
Now it's time.
This is pleasurable. You're ready to let him take all of you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
Astrid,
Oh, no.
Yes.
you still have Sense the Unseen activated.
Yes.
As you struggle to pull Hunter off of Gallon, you look at the man holding the Rutger Red Hawk at you, the FBI agent, Marcus Lavoie. The aura around him, the bright, beautiful glow, starts to get brighter and brighter. And you see him pull something out of his pocket. It's a picture. It's a Polaroid. He's holding it backwards, so you can't see. You can only see the black surface behind it. And he holds it up to his face, and he starts whispering into it. You hear certain words like, "Give me grace. Help me in this fight. I humble myself under your mighty hand." And the prayer gets louder and louder, and the glowing gets louder. And I need all of you to roll me terror frenzy checks.
Oh, no.
He's saying, "Foresee and consider the everlasting fire of hell," screaming it at you now, holding this picture up in front of him as if it's a relic, a crucifix, or a Star of David.
Frenzy, you said.
A frenzy check.
Yeah.
4. Hunter, you are able to pull yourself away from Gallon. The fear of whatever this man is doing. He's just saying words. He's saying them loud and they're religious sounding. He's telling you to seek your judgment. You're able to pull yourself away, but you are frightened of this man, whatever he is doing. Gallon, what was your frenzy check?
3 successes.
Not enough. As soon as Hunter pulls his fangs out of your neck, you're booking it. Back down the spiral staircase, back down to the sanctuary, to the narthex, and back outside. You
Yeah.
are terrified.
Peace. That was too
Astrid.
close.
I think
And
that's a 4.
Gallon, make me one more rouse check to see if you've gained any more hunger from that.
Absolutely. Nope, no hunger.
Hunter, you're at hunger 3, by the way.
Great. This is going well. For me.
Astrid, 4. Same thing as Hunter. You are terrified of this man, and he is glowing. It's almost like he is being enveloped from within by a light that he's projecting outwards at both of you. You don't have to flee, but you're terrified. And all he's doing is holding this up and praying at you. What do you do? You must do something, because you will have to make another terror frenzy check if he does not stop praying. You almost can't look at him, Astrid. It's too bright. It's too much to stare at. It's like looking into the sun.
Got anything, Astrid?
She just goes, please, we just want to ask about the friend. Human friend, please stop.
When you say that, Astrid, he puts the picture down, he stops praying, and he says, "I can see what you are, monster. I don't know who you're looking for or why, but it can only mean death. You are an abomination on this earth, and I will destroy you." And he's going
Didn't
to
choose
shoot
to
you.
be these. Hold on. Just, it's about the human. Can you stop? Just hold on.
And he's going to shoot you.
Fuck. Oh my god, I don't... Hold on. Fuck. I'm not good at it.
I will give you a chance to dodge, but it's going to require a lot of successes. dexterity, and what is the other one for dodge?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Athletics, thank you. Hunter, is there anything you're attempting to do as he's shooting at Astrid?
I'm gonna use Daunt.
You activate Daunt. It does nothing. He stares at you as he stared at you before. What's even more concerning is you turned on Mask of 1,000 Faces earlier this evening before you entered the church. You can tell he can see you for who you really are. There is no, you know the look that mortals get when they look at you and look away when you use Mask of 1,000 Faces. He sees you, whether he looks away or not. Astrid.
That's a whole success.
Astrid, you take 3 superficial damage. You think maybe he's not trying to hurt you or not trying to cause a confrontation. You think maybe he's trying to scare you away. As you look at him, Hunter, his hand is shaking with his gun. And you take 2 bullets in one shoulder and 1 bullet in the other. It will require mending, and it doesn't feel good. Those bullets are large and leave huge holes in your arms. Gallon, you've gotten outside to where Anthony is.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh wait, I'm dead. I don't need to be out of breath. Anthony, we have a problem.
You certainly seem to be in quite a state.
Yeah, there's a guy in there with a big 44, and he's not looking too happy.
Where's Hunter?
All
Hunter's
of you hear now 3 shots ring out.
I get out of the car.
That would be it.
I get out of the car and I rush inside.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Hunter? I ask very quickly before I pass.
Upstairs.
I go upstairs.
Astrid, you've taken 3 shots. He turns his gun to you now, Hunter. This is a revolver. Don't know how much you know about Red Hawks, but you know a revolver holds 6 rounds, maybe 1 in the chamber, so he's got 4 rounds left. And he's going to shoot you.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna. Oh. I'm going to use chemistry to like. Is there anything precarious around?
I have to ask you 2 questions. 1, what do you mean by precarious? And 2, chemistry is an obfuscate power. You know from that Mask of 1,000 Faces has not worked on him.
That's true. That is very true.
Not saying you can't try, but you have that foreknowledge.
Yeah, okay. Well, diving for cover whilst saying, I don't know who you think we are. We're here on a good cause, though.
I think I just shot her 3 times in the arms, and she is not down. I think you are abominations. I think you are monsters.
There's
And I
worse
think I
things
will
than us
kill
out
you
there.
here tonight.
If you want to kill us, you can try.
We just need to find Bree. Stop whatever you're doing.
You
That's
sent a
all we're
woman-
here for.
You sent a woman into the marshes and she didn't come out. We know what happened.
He lowers his gun. What do you think you know, creature?
We know you're chasing up some kind of drug. Put that gun away and we can talk.
He lowers it. He does not drop it. What do you know about someone I sent to the marshlands?
We We know she's dead.
So do I.
We know she
Is that
knows.
all?
We got an idea about who killed her.
So do I.
We're not friends with them. It seems
That doesn't
like you're
matter.
alone.
You'd be wrong. My God is with me.
You and your god gonna take on every single sharp-toothed bastard in this town.
My God is a mighty God.
But are you?
I am mighty when I piteously prostrate myself before him. He gives me strength. Strength you would never understand. Anthony, you come up the stairs at this point. Gallon, I assumed you did not follow him.
Oh, I was absolutely following.
Gallon, you follow behind
Got
him.
the trank gun from the car.
And once again, he holds up the picture and begins praying loudly.
Can I try to trank
Same
him?
prayer. I need everyone to roll me terror frenzy checks.
Shit!
I was under the assumption that I hadn't entered the room. Is this room straight up?
This is a Catholic church. The sound travels widely here.
Of course.
It's one of the lovely features of a cathedral.
My approach would have been to stay by the side of the door to overhear the conversation, but as I hear...
I will say this, Anthony. You see who it is.
Of course I do. So we had to roll a frenzy check, you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that can't be right. My humanity is not that low.
Gallon, that was a 4, is that correct?
Yep.
4 for Hunter.
That's not a good noise.
Dice rolled 7.
Do I make good noises?
That noise sounded like a you're in trouble.
Aster, did you roll a frenzy check? Hunter, Gallon, and Astrid, as fearful as you are again, as your beast rises up in your throat and screams at you to flee, to run, this is danger, we have to get out. You're able to hold it back. Anthony, you are not. And as quickly as you came up those stairs, that's as quickly as you run out.
All right. I just head down there. I had to find some of the means. Do we have any weapons, anything like that in the car, in the vehicle?
That is up to Hunter. It is his vehicle.
I'd say, I think you were driving anyway, so you would have the keys.
Right, but are there any weapons in the car? Did you keep anything in the trunk?
There isn't really a trunk.
Oh, did you keep anything? Did you keep anything under the seat?
I mean, maybe something small, I would say, yeah.
All right. Well, I rationalized my escape by thinking that I should probably go get myself the handgun or whatever. Not because I'm scared shitless.
Gallon, you may try and shoot him now.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
And
Okay.
luckily, his dodge pool is not nearly as large as his firearms pool.
Close your firearms, submit.
I need to ask, what type of tranquilizer are you using, and will it be lethal?
No, it will not be lethal. This is a smaller dose, and I am going to spend a willpower to reroll 2 of those.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's good. So that brings it up to 3 successes.
I think he's going to spend a willpower as well. That is a critical success.
Son of a bitch!
3 more successes after that. 7 successes. He turns his body sideways, and your trank goes into the wall behind him.
Well, this is awkward.
Hunter, Astrid, is there anything you'd like to do? He is just staring you down. Astrid, it's so bright, I'm going to have to tell you that you're going to have to turn off Sense the Unseen, or you feel as if you will be blinded by the light emanating from this man. Anything any of you'd like to do?
Well, my trank gun's empty, and if I get the sense that, this could very well not backfire. However, I'm gonna hit him with that mesmerize.
Make the roll.
Was I able to mesmerize him before, or?
You didn't get a chance to try.
Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah, because I got munched. Okay, let's see. So it's under dominate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's the roll for if he's prepared, I'm assuming.
You reach out with your mind, and your beast recoils as if to protect you. Almost like it burns you to try and touch his mind. You can't.
Oh, God damn it. Okay. This is a problem.
And that's when, from behind Marcus, Agent Lavoy, comes a priest in full vestments and a cassock, and he shouts loudly, "What in heaven's name is going on in here? Agent Lavoy, this is a church." Agent Lavoy looks to the priest and looks at all of you, begins whispering to him, whispering to the priest. The priest looks back, sees Gallon, and says, "Agent Lavoy, I have told you, you need a good night's rest. Your friends will return. This is my veterinarian. He takes care of Penny, my pot-bellied pig." And you recognize him, Gallon. This is Father Kirkpatrick. He has two pot-bellied pigs, Penny and Petunia. Penny has a problem with her right hoof. It's always curling under. So you've treated her a lot more often, but you know exactly who this is.
How's Penny's hoof doing, Father?
It's fine. Miss, you're injured. Are you all right? Did he shoot you? You're muted?
She's just like breathing. She's breathing heavily, forcing herself to breathe heavily.
I need to call an ambulance.
It's okay. It's okay, Doctor. I'm being a little mesmerized happy right now, but I gotta hit him with it.
Sure.
Because I'm just gonna look the father in the eye and say, "It was simply an accident. I'm here. I can provide medical attention. Go back to bed, Father, and forget all about this."
I will make the...
Should I roll against him, or is he unprepared?
Yes. He's very concerned about Astrid. He absolutely wants to call 911. She's a young girl who's been shot in his church.
Okay, I'm going to spend another willpower.
I would.
And get 2 more. Okay, there we go. 4 successes. Not bad, not terrible.
He looks at Astrid and looks back to you, looks at Hunter, and he keeps looking back. And every time he looks at Hunter, he is a little more confused, shakes his head a little. He can't quite see who he is because of Mask of a Thousand Faces. And he says, all right, I trust you, Doctor. I have no idea what's going on. And you turn around. Marcus has left through the small entryway that the priest came out of. Can I offer you anything? Water, food, anything I can do? I'm so terribly sorry about this. Are you sure you don't want me to call the police?
I'm sure it's not your fault.
Well, please sit down. And he takes your hand, Astrid, and he guides you to sit down in the chair by the window.
If you wouldn't mind, Father, I think I'm going to have a word with our... No, that wouldn't be wise. I feel compelled to go after this guy. See if I can...
You may certainly do so. Anthony, you have reached the car again. You're muted.
Probably sorry about that. I was muted. I am not around to see, of course, how Dr. Galen seems insistent on dying.
No, but what you do see and hear is someone racing down steps. This watchtower has another entrance from the back, from the outside. You hear someone racing down, kicks open the door, and races down into the beach, starts running. You can't quite see who it is, but you have a pretty good idea.
I do. Do I know that this person was the source of the rather intense discomfort I just felt?
Yes.
Then I will wisely decide not to follow.
Would you like to re-enter the church?
I have not heard any further gunfire, have I?
No.
Then I will do so. And I will not be bringing any equipment from the car.
Of course. Dr. Somnus, I don't even know what to say. These people, I let them stay in my church. They've come here from all over the place. Doctor, one of them is from an ancient Servite order from Paris. I couldn't refuse them succor here. It's part of my oath. I had no idea they were so dangerous, Doctor. I'm so terribly sorry.
You should know better than anyone, Father, that zealots like this man can be unpredictable at the best of times.
Zealots, perhaps. I don't know. They don't include me in their meetings. I am simply here to offer them safety, a sanctuary, succor, all the things.
Yes.
That I have made an oath to God to do.
If you ask me, you are simply too sensible of a man for their business.
Oh.
I
suppose I'll take that as a compliment, Dr. Somnus.
If I were you, I would, for your own safety, stay out of it.
I have been left with no choice. They do not include me in things, but I cannot have someone firing guns in my church. This is the house of the Lord.
I understand, Father.
It is a crime, an immortal crime to kill someone in a church.
Well, no one was killed, and Father, there are things afoot, and I say this to you in complete confidence. There are things afoot that I would hesitate to say that you wouldn't understand, but that I am not at liberty to tell you.
You sound exactly like them, Dr. Somnus, talking about zealots.
Father, there is a conflict going on. A conflict that you could get caught up in if you're not careful. Just please, for your own good, forget about this. Just pretend it didn't happen.
Are you using your disciplines?
No. I'm just trying to man-to-man.
Dr. Somnus, you've known me, or at least you've known Penny and Petunia long enough.
And this is why I'm asking you.
I will do what is best for my parishioners.
This is what is best for your parishioners. I would lay down my life for any of
my parishioners. You know me.
I do know you, and this is why I'm asking you. For your parishioners' sake. For your sake.
What would you have me do? Close down the church?
No.
Simply... And I cannot refuse succor to those who have come from all over the world.
I don't expect you to do that. I don't know
why.
Just don't worry about all of this. Go about your business. There are people on both sides of this who would kill you for knowing the things you know now.
I know nothing, Dr. Somnus.
I know you know nothing, but you know a little bit more than the average person, and that is more than enough.
The only thing I do know is that I will not allow Agent LeBoy back in here. That I cannot abide.
That is appreciated.
Nearly desecrated this church. It would no longer be a place of worship.
If you need a place to lay low at some point, if you run afoul of these people, feel free to swing by my practice. My assistant will let you in. I have air facilities.
I go nowhere without my God, and I lay low with him. But I appreciate the offer, Dr. Somnus. Miss I am so terribly sorry about what happened. I hope you get yourself quickly to a doctor. And sir, I don't know if you suffered any sort of trauma or
Don't worry
any
about
psychological problems.
me. I'm fine, but thank you for your concern.
Yes. Please, Dr. Somnus knows how to get in touch with me. If there's anything at all I can do, please do not hesitate to let me know. I am want to ask, despite Dr. Somnus's warning, why were you here?
We were looking for a friend's daughter, niece, even.
Was she a parishioner? Anthony, you enter the room at this point?
Inspect the area and see that there's no threat, so I will stand down and merely observe the exchange of words with
The only thing that you do see is Astrid has been significantly wounded.
I will approach Astrid, and with her permission, I will inspect the wounds.
Mm-hmm. Was this young girl you were looking for, sir? What may I ask your name, sir?
My name's Bill.
Bill. Was she a parishioner here?
Well, I don't quite know. Her name was Bree, and, well, I think she was in a bit of a bind, so she may have come looking for sanctuary or somewhere safe to be, and obviously you provide that. I'm not a man of God, so I don't know whether she was part of your flock.
Oh, I understand it. Sometimes it takes time to find God or find whatever it is that you believe in. But
I
I
know
know
God exists. I just don't know if I believe in him.
Well, you either will or you won't. Eventually, you'll find out. I know of no one named Bree. Could you give me a description?
Yeah, I describe her. She was kind of.
I believe Gallon has the picture.
Ah.
Yes, I will show the doctor the picture. Or not the doctor, the father, sorry.
He takes the picture, looks at it. Lovely young girl. I'm sorry, I've never seen her before.
Well,
But she is very young, and I am not so old and so stodgy that I don't know where the young people hang around the strip. You might want to look there.
Yes.
we did want to hang over that way. We're just concerned that she might have gotten mixed up in these, well, the dealings with that agent. So, if you do see her, let Mr. Summers
In my
know.
experience, the people who have come to my place of worship, this house, they come after they've had their experiences on the strip, after they've had their experiences in the adult entertainment industry and everything that goes downhill from there. You wouldn't want to find her when it's time for her to come here. You want to find her before then.
That's what we're hoping for. Thank you.
I wish you luck, and I will keep her and you all in my prayers, especially you, Miss. Again, I am so sorry.
It's fine. I'll be okay. I feel like
Please,
I've been
Dr.
protected
Somnus.
We will
tonight.
bring you to a doctor immediately. Your wounds are rather grave. I say as I lift up Astrid and carry her tenderly, as she has been shot, which to a mortal is very dangerous.
Please, Dr. Somnus, I would ask that you did not spread this around either, as much as you ask me
Of course.
not to get involved. Catholic, this is the only church in the city. I would hate to lose it to bad press.
Of course.
Go with God, all of you.
Thank you, Father.
I have one last question.
Of
And
course,
feel
my
free
son.
not to answer it. How many people came with the agent?
Unfortunately, I haven't kept a proper tally. They seem to come and go all the time. Some have come from Europe. Others have come from the Middle East. They are not Catholics. They are practicing different faiths. Some whispered Zoroastrian, which I'm not quite aware what that is. They all seem to be coordinated under Agent Lavoie. As I told the doctor, I am not privy to their counsel.
Of course.
Astrid, Astrid, is it with permission that I can carry you?
Yes.
Yes. I do not know what happened in this room, but if you had been shot 3 times, as far as I can see, with a weapon of this caliber, you would not be fine. You would be dying rapidly. I would ask you to consider this fact next time you get shot by someone. I'm sure your sire has instructed you about the existence of the Masquerade.
To be fair about the Masquerade, Anthony, you're practically a walking violation, as much as I am.
How am I a walking violation?
I'm gonna just go up to him and whisper so the father can't hear. Everything about you screams vampire. If I didn't know vampires weren't real, if I didn't know vampires were real, and I was just a normal person, I'd still think you were a vampire.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by the blood on your forehead. I say as I go down with Astrid.
I don't know how much I was preparing to flee. She's whispering this. I was preparing to flee because, as far as I know, he didn't look like someone that he knew his medicine that well. And he didn't get to see a closer look.
It's good.
So, I do know the rules. But
Good.
I also do know where we are and what we gotta do.
Good. Now, perhaps once we are out of here, you can tell me exactly the circumstances under which you were shot by a high caliber hand cannon. We will need to get out of here.
Do you all follow Anthony and Astrid back down the winding staircase?
Mm-hmm.
As you leave, you notice the people are standing up in their pews. They heard the gunshots. They are worried, confused, and the father follows rapidly down behind you and tells them it was nothing, one of the chandeliers. It fell upstairs, and he's trying to explain what happened, looking at all of you in the hopes that you aren't going to correct him.
I keep my head down and get out.
Mm-hmm.
You all reconvene back in the Jeep. Astrid, I will ask you now, since you are at 1 hunger, would you like to try and mend some of that damage?
Yes.
You may roll me as many rouse checks as you like. I need 3 successes for you to heal all your damage.
Is it?
But that,
successes, or
of
you
course,
just-
risks the hunger.
It's 1 per thingy.
1 per superficial damage. You currently have 3.
If I just click rouse, it does that for me.
Yeah.
Right.
That is all right. Well, hold on. All right, you are now at 3 hunger.
Christ.
You do
Oh, this is
heal-
not
Oh.
healing. Is this
4 hunger.
working? Are we sure?
3.
That's 5. That's 5. That's a 4. Okay. So
That
it
is 4.
It isn't just giving out 5s.
Astrid, your hunger spikes. And the voice, your wounds, they mend. The flesh stitches itself back together. The bones can use them again, the sinew, the tendons. But the voice of your sire whispers in your head, "How many times must I teach you this lesson, my only child? If you do not feed your beast, you are of no use to me. And when you are of no use to me, the only use you are is ash in the sunrise. Eat one of them. You know you want to taste of kindred vitae. Eat one. Eat the one who carried you. His blood would be worthy of my only child." Calming down your beast, All of you see that Astrid's flesh, her wounds have healed. And you have reconvened at Hunter's Jeep.
She's
I
just
wasted-
like, I need to feed now.
I waste no time driving away from there as fast as the speed limit permits.
Where are you driving, Anthony?
Currently, I am just driving as I glance in the direction of Hunter, and if it's not too much, would you mind telling me why you engaged in a gunfight in a church? And how that... No, just tell me why that happened.
You're asking who exactly?
Hunter, or anyone really. It would be very interesting to learn.
You know, sometimes things are just fun. We stir 'em up enough hornets' nests. Someone, maybe us, gets stung. We can find out who's doing the stinging. It was fun. Come on. Astrid had a great time.
Of course, you're the boss. Of course. It's fun. Yeah. Where are we going?
I don't know if anyone else has any ideas, but I think the good Reverend had the most direct approach. Has anyone been to the Strip recently?
I avoid it if I can, but I think it would be wise if we were to head there and look.
The Strip, then. All right.
And I don't know how you feed Astrid, but the Strip, it suits me well.
As you are driving, Anthony, you're driving south. Myrtle Beach is made up of, or the Grand Strand, is made up of multiple, what you might call, districts. Loris, Little River, where Hunter's trailer is, Cherry Grove Beach, and Atlantic Beach. As you drive south away from the north end, where Our Lady of the Sea resides, you pass by a familiar establishment. Familiar to you, Anthony. Very familiar to you, Hunter. Gallon and Astrid, not so much. It's the Treasure Club. You know you heard from Isaiah that he wanted you to stop there and give the owner the news about his blood doll, who you found dead. You may stop there. You may keep going.
Did Galen actually share that information with us? I don't recall.
He had the phone call with Isaiah, and you all heard him tell Isaiah that she was dead.
Mhm.
It is entirely up to you.
I look at Hunter.
It's a good first stop. I'm not overly fond of the place. Too showy. Or not showy enough. I haven't decided. Anyone
Do you
got
pull into the
reservations?
Treasure Club?
I pull
Suppose we should. Any information we can gather is worth getting.
Luckily, the Treasure Club is the first stop, is where you might call the entrance from the south end of the Strip. Like everything in the Grand Strand, it all runs in a straight line.
What is the state of everyone's clothes?
Astrid has some blood on her jacket. She'll have to remove it.
Here. The shirt underneath, is it damaged or... Well, of course it's damaged. You've been shot. Here. Would you like my lab coat?
That's a look.
Well, it's a look that'll cover your massive what were previously massive gunshot wounds, so it's your call.
Sure. I guess it's...
As Astrid takes off her coat,
Fortunately, I
Please.
can't hand my...
please
Lab coat
everyone
to
give me
Sweden.
wits and awareness.
Okay, let's see.
That includes you, Gallon.
3 successes.
Me included?
No.
Oh. 1 success out of 5 dice. Yikes.
You're a little busy handing her your jacket. You're not really looking at what she's wearing. Hunter.
3.
Hunter and Anthony, as you watch Gallon gallantly take off his lab coat and give it to Astrid. You see Astrid is wearing a bracelet. It's not fashionable, strange, just plain red leather bracelet. But you can see there's spikes on it, on the wrong side. Spikes are pointing into her skin. If you squeezed it, she would bleed, or she would at least be punctured by it. As you all pull into the treasure club, the music is pulsing out, some indeterminate beat. Nothing. There's no soul here, Hunter. It's all a facade. It's all flashy. There's nothing real about this place, and it's shaped like a box, like a treasure chest, which just kind of pisses you off. They're taking your pirate thing. Pirates are your thing.
Pirates are my thing.
And there is a bouncer outside. You must decide whether or not you're going to go in through the door, the front door, or if you're going to try something else. And Astrid, are you actually going to wear the lab coat?
So what she does is she takes the shirt underneath without much caring that you are seeing her in her bra right now.
Mm-hmm.
Her bra is black. It's nothing fancy or whatever. She puts the lab coat over, and then kind of tries to tie it at her waist, so it looks like a
it's very
shirt.
It's very avant-garde. Yeah, totally.
And like tries to make it work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Astrid has fashioned herself a very chic,
Got that
maybe a little bit
scientist grip.
strange, scientist-styled shirt, open face shirt.
Rolls the sleeves a bit up so it doesn't seem
She's ready.
like a
She's ready to
laptop.
party.
Very nouveau 50s. I like it.
Thank you, I think.
Well then, are you
Trying
ready?
to say you look good.
Oh,
Let's
thanks.
find our way inside.
Okay.
As you all approach the mirrored doors, you know exactly who is doing security tonight, Hunter. It's Damien. Seen him many a time. He's not fit. He is very tall. Doesn't look like he works out a lot, but he looks like if you punched him, you might break your hand. He's just all solid body, very little neck. And he reaches out, that big gargantuan hand, big gargantuan arm, and says, "Mr. Pierrot, how you doing this evening, sir?"
I'm doing, well, I don't want to lie to you. It's a bit tough out there, but all the better for seeing your face.
Always the charmer, Mr. Pierrot, always the charmer. Brought friends with you. That's unusual for you.
I don't know what you mean. I have plenty of friends.
Sure. Most of them are in there, though. And he opens the door for you.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.
You have an even better evening, sir. Do all of you follow Hunter in?
Yeah, absolutely.
I wave at the guy as I pass.
He gives you a little nod. What you see when you walk inside is velvets, golds, browns, and purples. It's supposed to emulate riches that you might find in a pirate chest. It doesn't quite pull it together. It's more like someone just grabbed every color they could think of that might match a pirate, threw some Jolly Rogers up on the walls, lots of mirrors, put girls in there, and called it a strip club. It is nothing
See
to
why you
write home
don't
about.
like this place, Hunter?
Can you?
I suppose I can, yes. It's a lot.
It's a
I
lot
think
of the
it
wrong
captures the spirit of this town quite well. It's local.
That is absolutely correct, Anthony. And although you have been in here before, this is not your scene. This is not the type of place you enjoy being around. It's too loud. There's too many mortals. The music is terrible. Hunter, I mean, you don't love the place, but this is pretty much your general jam. This is pretty much where you spend a lot of your time, in places like this. Galen, you try to avoid places like this at all costs. And Astrid, this place sort of reminds you of that place in Rio. It seems like a lifetime ago when a boy fell in love with a girl. And Hunter, you walk in, and the very first person you see is your favorite girl here. It's Magnolia. And she runs up to you, jumps into your arms, and wraps her legs around your waist. And she says, Hunter, darling, why you never come here no more? You never see me. You don't like me no more, baby.
Magnolia, you are as beautiful as always. However,
I know.
the establishment is not up to the standard that you hold yourself to.
Well, baby, you just got to open your own and you know I'll come dance for you.
We got plans in motion.
I bet you do. I have plans of my own.
Oh, really?
You want to say goodbye
Well,
to your friends?
please do.
Come join me over here.
Tell me about your plans.
And she jumps down from your waist. She grabs hold of your hand and she leads you away. She's wearing a white bustier, thigh-high leather white boots, and she's wearing your favorite, Hunter, lavender contacts. And she takes your hand and she leads you away, leaving Anthony, Galen, and Astrid, well, maybe a little dumbfounded, maybe Anthony not so dumbfounded, just alone in the middle of the strip club. Women are dancing. Interesting about the Treasure Club is that both men and women dance here. It is a unisex club. So there are women and men in different states of undress dancing up on the 3 stages, the main stage and the 2 side stages. If you recall from your conversation, the owner of this place is Ike. Anthony, you would know he likes to go by Dwight Ike, not Ike.
Is Dwight here right now? Do I see him anywhere?
Wits and awareness.
Of course. That is 4 successes. Critical success. A
You don't-
messy critical success.
Oh, right.
Of course.
There's too many smells here. There's too many bodies. It's all so good. And you can't help it. And you feel your hunger rise in your throat. I need you to increase your hunger by 1. But you don't see him. But it suddenly dawns on you, you know where he is. You know where he hangs out. You've done jobs for him before. And he likes to hang out with the male strippers in their dressing room.
Of course. I'd just like to inform you that my hunger is now at 4.
I'll be careful not to
Just
do
like
anything
Astrid.
then.
Just like Astrid.
Yes, Astrid is completely distracted. She is scanning the crowd like systematically if there is anyone that looks a little bit, that would kind of
The way
be
you,
able to be
unfortunately,
engaged.
the way you like to feed,
Yeah.
usually you have Dara there because she
Yeah.
wants to help you. She wants to make you feel better. She doesn't want you to be hungry. But any of these dancers, you would be able to convince them to let you feed on them.
Do I recognize any of our kind here? A long
Yes.
shot. Oh, I do.
Yes. You recognize Joaquin. He's one of those ministers that you know so little about. And he's right now shoving a whole wad of bills into a young woman's G-string.
Delightful. No, I will contain myself for now. I will go to where I suppose the back door would be protected from unwelcome visitors.
Honestly, I could trust Damien to scan his crowd. There's no security in here.
I will just go to the men's dressing room then.
Hunter.
I will not tell the others. I will just
All
go.
right. Anthony leaves Gallon and Astrid behind. Hunter, you have found yourself in one of those private dancing rooms that you have frequented many a time. Magnolia is dancing for you. Would you like to feed off of her?
Yes. He takes a very crisp bill out of his wallet and he holds it just in front of his face. And then
She
he
leans
invites
in.
her to come closer, and when she does lean in, he bites her on the neck.
She leans in, takes the bill with her mouth, and leans over the side of you, exposing her entire neck. You are at 3 hunger. Would you like to say 2?
I would.
Okay. Her blood is sanguine. It's delicious. She really likes you. And it's not just because she knows that you have money. It's not just because of the pleasure you give her when you give her the kiss. You can taste how much she really likes you and would like to get to know you better. When you remove your fangs, she's a little woozy. 2 points of blood is a lot for a mortal. And she sits down and, oh, come on now, baby. Now I can't have any more liquor tonight.
You seem a little out of sorts. How about you take the night off? And I hand her another bill, and I'm like, and just remember that when you get home and maybe one day I call you up, you can come dance for me. And I would like to have used the lingering kiss.
Lingering kiss. She takes your money, puts it in her bustier, says, baby, I will always come dance for you.
Then it's my pleasure. And I help her get up. And then I go and find the others.
Gallon,
Yes.
did you follow Anthony as he left, or did you stay there?
No, I am very awkwardly standing in the middle of this place like someone who's never been in a strip club because he never has and doesn't really want to look at anybody because he feels he's incredibly uncomfortable and visibly so.
Hunter, when you leave your private dancing room with Magnolia, you see Gallon, being the very awkward wallflower, standing in the middle of this feast of flesh, so to speak. And Astrid is standing next to him, and you can tell that she is famished, she's starving, and she looks a little out of sorts herself, like she doesn't know quite how to go about doing this. Like maybe she's never had to hunt on her own before. It's strange.
Well, you have Hunter come up behind both of them, put his arms round either one. I didn't mean to scare you, sir. This isn't your scene, is it? Either of you.
Not at all.
And his various jewelry on his hands clack together as he's like squeezing your shoulders like, well, do you need sustenance this evening?
I am in need of some, yes.
Yes, I just need. Yes, she looks very out of it. Like, it even more so than usual. She can barely like talk normally. She's like tight-lipped.
Beast goes, take the doctors. So close to you. Take his blood. Drink him. Bite him. Do it. Do it now.
I don't want to. No, I can wait. And you can shut the fuck up.
I feel mostly responsible for both of your predicaments, so as an apology, how about I introduce you to some of my favorite people in this club? Would that help?
I suppose.
Yes.
Galen, you seem less intensely interested. I'm gonna help Astrid first.
Of course.
Now, Astrid.
Mm.
I know everyone's got their favorite flavors. You want to tell me what yours is?
Crazy or forgetful. How's that for one?
Well, you're gonna find a lot of forgetful in here.
Awesome.
You have money.
I do. I do, right?
Maybe $20. Enough to pass as
She like,
a regular
Well-
person.
if they're forgetful, will it matter?
Phew, I think it probably matters to the accountant at the end of the night.
I got 20 on me, that's all.
It's a good start.
Right.
Take that 20, and I point out one of the boys and one of the girls. Either of those two might be able to help you. You come up to them, give that, ask for a private dance, and then do what you have to.
All right.
You
Which
need
one?
You
money?
even know them. You even know them by name. That's Duncan and Destiny.
Ah. Would you like to ask a favor of Duncan or Destiny?
Whichever one is closer.
They're dancing together.
Oh. All right. So I'm like, okay, thank you.
Do you
And
need my
I just kind
assistance?
of,
Do you need my assistance?
I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine.
Well, anything you
She
need of
doesn't-
me, you just ask.
Thanks. But for the record, this wasn't your fault. I need to get better fucking dodging. But that's a talk for another time.
Not
And
all
she
of
just
us
kinda
are
like-
faster than bullets.
Right. Thanks. So she kind of like just walks up to them. Kind of.
They see you. They lower themselves a little bit to be dancing more at you.
I would like a private dance, pretty please. And I kind of like.
Duncan goes like this. And Destiny goes like this. They keep dancing.
I point at her because her name is crazy cool.
It's actually a really common name in Myrtle Beach. Puts her hand down like this. And you take it.
I take her hand.
She steps down off of the platform. And she pulls your arm up. And she leads you to the private dancing rooms.
I would like to face my destiny tonight, I suppose.
How fitting. She sits you down. Different music plays in these dancing rooms. Usually the dancer picks them. And she begins dancing. She's dancing on you, on your lap. She even sits on your lap, which is usually not allowed in the clubs. But I think she really likes you. And she knows you have that $20 bill in your hand. And she wants it.
I comb her hair a little bit and stuff, and then I start whispering in her ear.
She lets you.
And I go like, "You're so pretty. I need to tell you something though.
For that 20, you can tell me anything you want, darling.
Oh, keep talking like that. I like that." And I just like I take the bill and I drag it along her jawline, and I'm like, and then like I tuck it into her bra or whatever she's wearing, in her like cleavage, and I go, "I need to tell you something though. I'm a little bit drunk, but don't take it badly.
I've seen a lot drunker than you, darling.
I just really need to. I'm so into this shit. You don't like. I'm a vampire, dude. How cool is that, right?
Oh, you are in the cups, aren't you, baby?
Yeah, like I'm
Super
a
cool.
vampire. So, can I like bite you?
Absolutely
A little
not. You cannot bite me.
Please. Come on.
You better
just
have
a
more than
little
20s
bit.
in there, darling, if you want to bite me.
Oh, I do. You want to see it?
She just keeps
After I
dancing.
bite you?
You might want to just
Ain't
go in
going
for it.
anywhere.
Without the dominate powers that your sire is so well versed in. Be hard to convince her to let another person bite you. Human mouths are filthy. But she's close enough that you could
Let
reach
me
in
see.
and bite her. And you know the effect the kiss has. You've seen it in Dara's face when you've taken her blood.
I tried to. Okay, so I'm trying to find like I take a while like what if I told you that I'm Hunter's friend? I came here with him,
I've heard a lot of people say that.
but it's true.
Hunter's everybody's friend.
Yeah, but he said I should ask you for a dance because you're pregnant.
Well, I am dancing, and I've only received 120. And if you want to bite me, I'm gonna need a lot more than $20 bills. And your time is almost up.
I don't have anything to help her.
I promise, Astrid, if you bite into her, she'll give into it. That is what happens with the kiss.
Do I know this though?
You do. As I said, usually you're used to feeding on Dara.
Exactly.
You've seen the way Dara
All right,
looks
that's
when you
what she
feed on her.
meant. Okay, so she goes like, "Okay, I'm just gonna pretend real quick," and she like grabs her by the arms and pulls her in, and like just
She moves to pull back, but as your fangs pierce her neck,
yeah.
she goes slack. And she will let you take all of her blood, so she'll never dance again. You are at 4 hunger. That is a lot of blood to extract from a mortal. On top of that, I need you to roll me your unspent willpower to make sure you do not kill her.
Lord. Okay. My willpower
This
is
is gonna be a problem.
okay. Let's see. I mean, yeah, definitely, but
You could just roll, what is it, 5d10?
I think my willpower seems to be at 7.
Well, 7d10, excuse me.
Modifier is 4, correct? No, 0.
No,
okay.
0. 0 for the modifier.
All right.
Yeah.
3 successes.
That is exactly enough. That is exactly enough. So you take 3 points of blood from her, which puts you down to 1 hunger. And she, as soon as your fangs retract out of her neck, she falls backwards onto that couch. And you can hear her breathing. It's labored. And you know you're going to have to let someone know that she's in trouble, that she will need to go see a doctor. Because this is not good. But you are satiated for the moment anyway. Hunter, how do you help Gallon feed?
I'm gonna give him special attention because Hunter genuinely feels bad. And it's like, I feel responsible for your current predicament, and
It's all right. I'm just as responsible as you are. In fact, I would say that my action was the inciting incident.
we'll say that. But how can I help you? Anything, best friends are made through adversity, so you ask me,
Yes.
and I will provide. This
I need
isn't
to
my
feed.
pub.
This is not my type of scene normally. I'm sure you can tell that by my everything.
It is convenient, however.
How do I go about this?
Well, you have money?
I do.
Well, you pick someone that appears to be to your liking. You pay them, and they will be alone with you.
Okay.
Is that going to meet your needs?
I suppose it will. And so Galen is going to go and just find somebody, and I don't know, he's just going to pick the nearest person, honestly. Very
Nearest
awkwardly,
person?
like, hand them the dollar bill, not like
The
flip
nearest
it, just like,
person is Duncan, who is currently now dancing alone on stage.
I'll take Duncan. Why not?
Okay? Gonna ask him for a private dance?
Yeah, I'll just be like, some money for you, good sir.
Aren't you just the sweetest little thing?
I'm not.
Puts his hand down for you to help him down off stage. You gonna help him off stage?
Okay, I'll help him off stage.
And it seems to be that this is the common protocol here. He holds your hand up in the air so everyone in the club can see that he's taking someone to the dancing room. Maybe this is for security purposes. Maybe this is just protocol. And he
Makes
takes you
sense.
to the private dancing room, and it's the same procedure. He starts dancing on you, doesn't say anything. He'll only talk if you talk, and he sort of looks you up and down, waiting for more money. The dance seems to be pretty mild since you only gave him $1.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I can, I'm just gonna go for the throat, literally. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that, and I'll take 2 dots.
So you pierce his neck. The resonance of his blood is melancholic. He's sad. He's grief-stricken. He's unhappy. But taking 2 won't leave him in such a state as Astrid has left Destiny,
Who needs medical attention
who
ASAP?
does need medical attention as soon as possible. And he slumps down off the couch. He gets off of your lap and sits on the couch. Do you give him any more money as he
Yeah,
sort of
I'll
swoons?
give him like $100, just
And
for
as-
the trouble because I feel bad.
As you leave, he goes, ugh, fastest I've ever made $100 in my life.
And I'll turn to him and I'll use cloud memory. I was never here.
And for an unsuspecting mortal, requires no roll. Anthony, you have located Ike, or as he prefers to be called, Dwight, in the dressing room. He is sitting on one of the vanity tables where they get themselves ready. Maybe some of them wear makeup. Women also use this room from time to time. And he's sitting on one of the tables and he is smoking a cigarillo, much like Hunter does. And he sees you walk in and he goes, "What the hell dragged you into my place, boy?" You are muted.
I was whispering too quietly. Dwight, always a pleasure. I am sorry for interrupting your business, but I was asked by a friend of ours to give you some information, and possibly I would like to ask.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I know you're around Hunter all the time, and he loves flaunting himself around to every goddamn person in this fucking city, if you even want to call it that. Are you talking about our type of business? Because you're talking about our type of business. We're not talking about it here.
I'm talking about your business. Talking about something that has happened to one of your girls.
My office. Right now.
Right. Of course.
You see Anthony emerge with Ike. Ike is a very tall, very broad, very rough looking man. He has a deep knife scar in his left cheek and a buzz cut. Must have been embraced while he was either in the military or just shortly out of it. And he is an opposing figure, 6 feet at least, broad-shouldered. And he comes stomping out of the back room with Anthony behind him. He sees you, Hunter, and he flicks his eyes as if to follow him.
I give
Certainly
him a
are
wink
under
and
no
start
obligation.
moving. Yeah. I give him a wink and start moving.
And Galen and Astrid, you remove yourselves from the dancing rooms and you see Hunter and Anthony following a very imposing looking man.
Well, then I will be following as well.
Is there, I see this, and then I kind of look around quickly. Is there some kind of security, something that's just
Not
there
in
next
here.
to... Okay, anyone that looks like staff around?
There is a bartender.
Okay, I look at the number or whatever kind of, which door it was that she led me to, and I just stop on the bar and go like, hey, I think the girl that was dancing for me is not feeling that well. She's in the room over there.
Alrighty, I'll have Nevaeh take a look at her.
Okay.
And he just
Thanks.
barely looks at you, keeps wiping the bar.
Okay, I follow after them then.
Ike's office is just as tacky as the exterior, or as the inside of his club is. And he has one of those big boss man red leather chairs with the back that's way too high. And he plops himself down on it, puts his legs up on his desk, and says, "What the fuck y'all gotta tell me? Hunter, always not a pleasure."
I'm hurt.
No, you ain't. Anthony, what do you want to say?
Are you familiar with a young woman by the name of Bev?
I sure am. She's one of my girls. I said, I called the Baron. Baron got me paying out the ass fucking extortion fees because I won't join one of her coteries, so she's taxing my place like she's a goddamn government. And I said, well, if you're paying you all this money, then you got to go check on my girl for me.
Right.
I can't do it. I got to run my place. She said, call Isaiah. So I gave his happy ass a call. I haven't heard anything back about her.
No, we spoke with Isaiah. Well, one of us spoke with Isaiah, and he asked us to do this. So this is quite the rat race. No, that's not the term. What is it? The
Goose chase?
goose chase, but the thing with the rat chewing on the rope and the whatever. Bev is dead.
Fucking shitting me.
No, Bev is dead.
Dead? How? From who? From what? She was here 2 days ago. Dead from what?
Well, with
One of you?
Hunter.
No.
Our best guess is that it seems to be some sort of hunters.
You're Hunter. The hell are you trying to say to me? You know I'm in here all day long drinking drunk people. What the hell are you saying?
I'm saying the people that like to put stakes through people with pointy teeth were very interested in what was going on at her house.
That Inquisition bullshit that the
That's
Baron's
not
afraid of?
That Inquisition.
That's the word for it. Yes.
Why would they kill Bev? She
Well,
wasn't one of us.
Hell if I know. You got her doing some sort of weird drug running or
Dwight, are you familiar with a new drug on the market?
Yeah. Some little red sugar cube.
yeah, he knows.
Yeah. Did you know
Yeah.
that Bev was partaking of those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Could
killed
be
her because she
related.
was taking drugs?
I don't know.
Bev got real heavy into that shit. I told her she needed to detox or whatever it is, the word these mortals use. I don't know. I ain't taken any drugs since the 40s.
All right.
But there's a kid who comes in here. One of those, I don't know what you call them. Thin bloods. Pushing drugs in here. And I kicked his scrawny ass out.
Ooh, how does he look?
Skinny guy, black hair, goes by Frankie.
Stubble.
Yeah.
All right, I know him.
Ain't he dead?
I told him he can't. What? What?
Maybe I'm thinking someone else. Someone got that throat tore out.
I couldn't have them in here no more. My girls are all getting, and my guys, all getting into this drug too heavy. So I told Damien and my other security can't come in here no more. But I heard he's been making home deliveries. The thing is that someone else came in here after I told Frankie to, never show his face in here again or I'll rip his goddamn heart out. Some other guy came in here with black sugar cubes. And Damon didn't even let him go through the door. He checked him first. So I don't know who he was or what his deal was, but there's two types of drugs going on here on the strip, and it's messing with my people. But what does this have to do with Bev?
You said
Why would
Frankie
hunters be going after drugs? I don't understand what y'all are telling me. I'm a simple man. I run my business. I keep my nose clean. What are y'all telling me?
I'm going to make an assumption that if Frankie made his way around, wasn't being very careful, quite potentially he got a tail on his ass. So when he went over to Bev to do a home delivery, he inadvertently brought someone with him, and that is what caused Bev's death. When was the last time you saw Bev?
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. Good.
I told her she had to sober up.
Yeah.
I said I'd give her 48 hours, and she never came back in.
No. Bev's house, it will be on the news. It's been burnt down. We had to deal with the evidence.
Jesus Christ. Why?
Because there was a hunter there.
God damn it, boy. She lives in the marshlands. You head down to the Piggly Wiggly, get some hams, throw them into the marshlands. Let the alligators eat them.
If the police ever came to that house, the bodies aren't the only evidence that they'd find. That place was a ticking time bomb.
Well, they're definitely going to be looking now that you blew the place up.
Well, now they'll be sifting through ashes rather than piles and piles of DNA.
It's a Baron's fucking problem. Have any of you heard from her? She won't take my goddamn calls.
I've heard she's locked up in a hotel.
Speaking terms.
Or where's she locked herself up in?
What?
You know who should be the Baron? That wonderful gangrel
You?
fella.
Yes, I am. The guy who gave us this shit job.
Yeah, I'd stand behind Isaiah.
Right? He seems.
I know worse.
I wouldn't stand behind you, though, Hunter.
Do
You know
I
that for sure.
No, I'd be the one standing behind you. Don't you worry.
You haven't happened to have seen a young woman, red hair. I give a description. Galen, you have a photograph. Her name is Bree. You haven't happened to have seen her around here?
Sorry, no. And I have a pretty good eye for faces.
Yeah, I know.
I know you know, Anthony. I know you know. I have not, but I'd go try and find Frankie. I don't know where he lives. Little frickin' weasel lives somewhere out on the strip. They all do. All those thin bloods.
I'll find Frankie. I know who to
Can't
talk
even
to.
with them.
When was the last time you saw him, though? Just for the record.
Like I said, I kicked him out, maybe a week or so ago and told him couldn't show his face here again or I would literally drain him dry. So, don't know. But like I said, some of my girls, they have that shit with them, and I always take it from them. I say, you can't bring that here, you can't work here with that shit. No more in this club. Go somewhere else. Go to one of Hunter's clubs.
Can you point me to one of them that has it, that has been using?
There ain't none in here. Not right now. Damien, I told him they can't be bringing that shit in here anymore, and they don't bring it in here no more.
Where does Damien live?
You don't think I have a way to control my people, Anthony? Don't even start with me, boy.
I want to find Frankie. To do that, I need to speak with someone who gets deliveries from Frankie.
You can go ask all of them. They've all taken it at one point or another.
Good. I will go ask one of them then.
Yeah, you do that and spend all the rest of the night here in this club. Is there anything else now that you told me one of my girls is dead?
You're welcome.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. You're a cutie pie. You want a job, you know where to come.
Thank you.
You don't want to work here. He pays like crap.
That's a goddamn lie. Paid you enough, Anthony.
All right. Are we done here?
I certainly fucking hope so. I got boys in there that need fluffing, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, you get to that. I'll go talk to one of your dancers, and then we'll be out of your hair.
Well, see ya.
Bye. And I leave.
I catch up with Anthony and go like, why don't you forego the questioning? Because I know where Frankie lives.
Oh, well, that's good. Where does he live?
I can show you.
Let's go. Where's Hunter and Dr. Galen? Are they following us?
I don't have anything else to do.
Perfect.
Hunter was just kind of standing back, trying to make himself as unimposing as possible on a rival.
A not too bright, not too gracious host rival. So you all exit the treasure club. All of you hear an extremely loud, extremely familiar voice shouting into the night. Odysseus's wife has gone off to the east to fight gods and monsters, and I have to find my sister. Please, you have to help me find my sister.
Well, shit.
The rebel without a cause is going to hurt her, and Natalie Wood is dead, and I need to find the Rambler and the prodigal son and the other one. What's the other one's name? He sits in the treetops all the day long, rocking and a bopping and singing a song. Please help me. It's Sarah, and she's talking to two EMTs, and a small crowd is gathered around her. She's still barefoot. Her feet are incredibly dirty. Her dress is ripped, and her hair, which was up before, is hanging down long. Under the neon lights, it is so very, very red, redder than you realized. And she is having a conniption and creating quite a scene.
Hunter is gonna rush right in and like scoop his arm under hers and be like, "Oh, I'm so glad I found you."
The rambling man! The rambling man!
That's me. We're gonna have a fine old time on the strip. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, and I immediately pull her away.
The EMTs attempt to stop you. Do you know this woman, sir? Is she with you?
Absolutely.
Because she doesn't sound good. We're trying to get her to get in our ambulance.
Oh no, she just got away from us, and she
shouldn't be wandering around with no shoes on the strip. There's broken glass everywhere, and sir, she's blind.
Well, I know.
She's my cousin. She lives in a commune in Georgia.
Like you said, we've been taking care of family, so...
Yeah, they don't believe in shoes. Strange people.
If her feet are calloused and she's fine with all, so it's not important. Thank you for your concern. And I kind of wave them away.
Sarah is clinging on to you, and she says, "Where I need to find my sister. Odysseus's wife has gone to the east to fight the gods and the monsters. I need to find my sister. She told me I had to find her. I had to find her."
Is that Nina something? The one you were on about, Anthony.
Anita.
No. Odysseus's wife. Odysseus's wife has gone to the east, and she said, "Sarah, find Astrid." And so here I am. I knew you would be here. And the prodigal son is here. Hello. She waves at you, Galen.
I'm here. I'm over here. Can you hear me?
Astrid, I'm so sorry about Natalie Wood. I'm so sorry.
About Natalie Wood? What happened?
You're a rebel without a cause. Everyone says that she drowned, but she didn't really drown. Your rebel without a cause killed her with his cursed car.
What? Really?
And she looks at you, Anthony, and she says, tweet, tweet.
Why don't we go
Songbird.
sit in the car and talk? Maybe. Huh?
You need to find I'm here to help you. I'm here to
Okay.
help you find your jewel of the Emerald Isle.
Okay.
You know where she is.
I'm all about
And she touches
jewels.
your forehead. You know where she is.
Do I?
Do you?
I should know. I
You
feel
should.
like I should know. Does any of this make any sense to me as Astrid? Because
It's hard to know.
she's
It would
Astrid
not
just
be.
looks very
It would
confused.
not be outside of the norm to guess that she is a child of Malkov.
Yes, that much I've gathered. But,
You know where she is. Once upon a time, when sun was in your hair and salt on your cheek, blonde to your left, black to your right. You know where he is. So wave to the raid. Apparently. So, as you all gather, and the way Sarah is acting erratically, you'll have to figure out what to do with her, how to wrangle her into your car. Astrid, you know the location of where Frankie lives. You just need to give those directions to Anthony. He lives on Mr. Joe White Avenue. But before we do all of that, we're going to take a very short break.
Wonderful.
Okay.
See you all in a couple of minutes. Thank you for the raid, Rainy Dash. I very much appreciate it. Welcome in, everyone. In a couple of minutes, we're going to get back to playing Vampire, but for the moment, go get yourself a drink. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Blood on the Grand Strand. Buddy.
Yes. So when we left off, the coterie has just left the treasure club. Astrid has the location for a drug dealer, a thin blood drug dealer that she seems to know. Anthony also seems to know this person as well. And they all run into Sarah, the daughter of Oblivion that they had rescued only one night ago. She was ranting and raving on the street, talking about the rebel without a cause and Odysseus's wife. Now the coterie must wrangle her in and make their way to Frankie's, I suppose. But Sarah, it's very hard to wrangle in. She's grabbing onto all of you and spouting what seems like nonsense.
If I were to use a discipline, do you think you could contain yourselves?
There's one good thing about that club. There's people inside it. And I think that's being generous on occasion. But we should be able to contain ourselves, yes.
I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder, look her in the eyes, and I'm going to use Obeah, the Auspex power, to soothe the mind.
Anthony?
Yep.
Frenzy check.
Yep.
Wow, that's not a great roll.
Fortunately,
Should I-
Anthony is at 4 hunger.
Burn another willpower.
Why does it ask me for humanity? This is strange.
Because frenzy requires like a third of it rounded down.
A third rounded down.
Right,
Which is
right,
an
right.
annoying fraction.
Yeah.
Well, that is 2 successes.
In front of people who had gathered around Sarah. And as Galen attempts to stretch out with his mind to calm Sarah down, you smell the blood and you cannot resist it. And for the second time this evening, Galen finds himself the snack of another vampire. And you
God damn
bite
it.
into his neck.
This is entirely your fault, by the way.
I asked if everyone would be okay.
I didn't reply.
But,
You bite in,
don't-
Anthony.
I will bite in.
Galen, I need a rouse check. Hunter, Astrid, Are you going to do anything?
Yep.
Sarah is giggling. The robin found his worm.
I love her. So,
Gallon, you increase your hunger.
I do? Wait, I succeeded.
Did you succeed? I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing.
well, what Hunter is going to do is he's going to create a distraction so that people are looking elsewhere.
Using chemistry?
Yes. He's going to create a very loud, very visually appealing kind of indoor confetti firework thing on a tangent.
I love it. I need at least 2 successes for that to work. Visual and audible. Astrid, are you trying once again to get Anthony off of Gallon?
Oh, for fuck's sake! I just like.
Strength and brawl.
Oh, this is gonna go well.
Anthony, you are down to 3 hunger. You have the opportunity with your unspent willpower to remove your fangs from Gallon, to gain control of yourself again, or you give in to the beast.
Is this another fancy check?
This is a willpower check.
Willpower check. Well, it's been a splendid night so far, so 5 successes for me.
That's enough. More than enough. You remove your fangs from Gallon, instinctively licking them as you do so. It's natural at this point in your unlife.
I need to get a taser.
You need to stop doing this in public.
I asked if everybody was okay.
You need to stop doing this in public.
Astrid, you're hanging on to Anthony. What was your strength and brawl?
1
roll?
success.
Can't move him. It's like
Okay.
stone, but you are holding onto his arm. Hunter, your chemistry roll.
I got 2 successes.
Exactly what you needed.
Thank God.
So
I had to
yes.
re-roll for that.
A loud bang and the flutter of confetti makes all the people who had gathered around Sarah turn around and wonder, where the hell did that come from? And it's enough of a distraction if you take this opportunity to get away.
I tap Anthony on the shoulder very calmly. Let's do this elsewhere. You said not in public. And I leave.
It should be noted, Sarah is still clinging on to you.
Oh, that's
You,
that's
Hunter.
fine. Yeah, I'm dragging her with me anyway.
So you all reconvene at the car.
Yes.
Sarah sits in your lap, Hunter. There's only 4 seats in a Jeep.
Hunter's happy about this.
She looks at you. Not into your eyes. Again, she is blind. Her voice gets very low. And she says, "You look like someone I loved once. And before the night is over, I should tell you exactly what I told him. Fight like a man or hang like a dog." And then she looks to Astrid. The jewel of the Emerald Isle, you know where she is. You know it.
She or he? She.
She points to Gallon. He has her picture. You know where she is. Odysseus' wife told me to help you.
Okay.
I can't leave you now.
Okay. Thank you. Anything else comes to mind that you could help us with?
She
Any
looks
other
at
information?
She looks at Hunter. She taps his chest. Calico really wants to find the emerald. We should go now.
Calico like a cat?
No. Astrid, you know the location of Frankie's apartment, at least what it was when you still walked in the sun and were friends with him. It's Mr. Joe White Avenue, right off of the strip. It is what you would consider the projects area of Myrtle Beach.
Right.
Anthony, you know exactly where this is. A hunting ground for you many a night.
Galen,
Yes?
I would like to apologize for my rash behavior earlier.
It's understandable. I would have appreciated a warning.
That thing that happens to you, is there any way to prevent it? To stop it from happening?
Not that I'm aware of, unfortunately.
And it was my opinion that maybe next time we try to solve things with words before we use things that can cause these kind of reactions.
That would be wise. I would recommend, though, that you go somewhere where you can eat. You've had a long night.
I will take that into consideration.
Of course.
Thank you for your advice, Doctor.
As you continue on, the buildings get shabbier. The streetlights become fewer and dimmer. People are wandering the streets here. They're selling drugs, looking for drugs. It is an unpleasant place to be, Hunter. This is the part of the strip you never come to. This is the North End. There's nothing pleasurable here. It is all despair. And Astrid directs Anthony to the very last derelict building, the end of Mr. Joe White Avenue. And there they pull in. And Astrid, you know he lives on the 4th floor. You may lead them there if you wish.
I do, but I take the jacket with me, the one that's bloodied. And I fold it so it doesn't, so it doesn't dirty my new shirt, and just toss it under my arm. And I'm like, okay, just I motion for them to.
Hunter, how do you remove Sarah from your lap?
I pick her up and I move her.
Okay. Should I follow you? Will you need my help? You always needed my help, Calico.
I appreciate your concern, but we're not friends. And
I know, we never were. Lovers, not friends.
I don't think I know you even that well. And I know a lot of people quite that well.
She simply smiles, puts her arm into Astrid's. Let's go find the emerald.
Okay.
She's still alive.
That's good. That's good. I'll tell you when they're stairs, okay? Follow me.
You lead her up?
Yeah. Or, sorry.
Yes, Hunter?
I tap Anthony on the shoulder. We gotta cling on. And I don't know how I feel about that. I think you
Hunter.
should be prepared to stop her.
Hunter? Intelligence, academics.
Intelligence academics.
She has said enough that something should ring a bell.
I don't know. Have you seen my
Klingon.
intelligence academics?
I would say you would not need to roll very high. Considering
1.
one is enough, considering the extensive amount of pirate knowledge that you have. Calico Jack was a pirate. He was famous for having 2 fellow pirates with him, female pirates, Mary Reed and Anne Bonny. Mary Reed of the dark hair, Anne Bonny of the red hair. Mary Reed died before she was hanged in childbirth for piracy. Calico Jack died, hanged for piracy. History does not know what happened to Anne Bonny.
Well.
This was in the early 18th century.
A great love. Still, we should be careful, Anthony. I'm sure she means well, but the people that send her here, whoever the hell Odysseus's wife is, I don't think I know an Odysseus.
Gallon,
I don't know him personally either. We don't have
Some
a trunk
kind of
to
metaphor, correct?
you would know.
Odysseus' wife, her name? Oh, fuck, what was her name? I should know this.
Begins with a P.
Oh, Penelope. Oh, fuck it.
Thank you.
Oh! Oh!
Likely the only university student we have among us.
I am not studying classics in my defense.
Penelope was the wife of Odysseus.
Yes, Penelope. Penelope, wait.
As Astrid leads Sarah up the stairs, do you all follow?
I do. Hunter, we don't have a trunk to put a body in, so if you want me to stake her, then we need to cover her with something. I assume that's what you meant with... Oh, well, that's fair. Lab coat works, I suppose.
As you get closer to the fourth floor, you hear someone singing. It's quiet, demure singing. But the door is propped open, Astrid. Frankie's apartment door. Someone is singing a song. You think maybe it's from the 70s. Think maybe it's Carly Simon. She's singing about clouds and coffee. Does anyone push open the door?
Is it a female voice?
It is. Very quiet, demure, sounds tired.
Have I met and interacted with Frankie before?
No.
No.
You thought about eating him once.
I signal to them in our language that this is not Frankie.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Cryptolect is only for Hunter to use, or can everyone use it?
Everyone in the group can use it.
That's awesome.
That's what I understood,
Excellent.
yeah.
Excellent.
He would have spent some time giving everyone the basics of, now if there's someone you don't want to know what you're saying, a few winks here, a few nudges here. Yeah.
All right. Well, if no one else is going first, I can do that.
You push open the door. The very first thing that hits you is a horrible smell. It smells of blood, rust, chemicals, lighter fluid, you think? And in the kitchen area that you walk into are huge pressure cookers everywhere. And they're connected to what looks like makeshift chemistry sets. If you didn't know better, you'd think someone was doing a bad cosplay of Breaking Bad or trying to make bombs. When you look past the kitchen, you see a shock of bright red hair. It's a young woman laying on the couch. She's humming to herself, singing to herself. She's wearing an oversized men's t-shirt and nothing else. And her arm is connected to a needle. And her blood is going into one of these pressure cookers. It is Bree.
It is Bree. I move forward, obviously try to pay attention to see if there's any kind of ambush in plan, and I try to unhook her from this device.
She looks at you. She looks very tired. And she says, fuck off, man. Who are you?
Are you Bree?
Who the fuck wants to know?
I do.
From behind you, you hear Frankie's voice. Yo, what the fuck, man? What are you doing in my place?
Frankie,
Yeah, what? Get out.
do you know who I am?
No?
No, good. Then I don't have to tell you that you are in some really, really, really big trouble right now.
Yeah, what the fuck else is new?
Yeah.
He sees you, Hunter,
I walk up to
Gallon. He sees you, Astrid. Holy shit. Astrid, you're alive?
Yeah, man.
Saul said you were dead.
Yeah.
Like dead.
Saul is not in his right mind, I don't think.
Saul,
Yeah, no fucking shit.
what's this about Saul?
He
What
said
is
she was
this?
dead. She didn't say he was one of you thick bloods.
I kind of like that.
How do you... What's going on here? Fill me in.
I'll fill
What's
you in.
happening?
I don't know who these fuckers are, but they can't be in here.
I think
Bear
you'll
with
find
me.
that we can.
Bear with me, it's gonna be fine. Just, we need to ask a few things.
I
Alright?
am 1 inch away from Frankie's face. What are you doing with Bree?
Bree answers you. We're in love. I want to do this. She sees you, Hunter. You haven't seen her since she was a toddler. She's full grown now. Mr. Puro, what are you doing here?
I'm here on behalf of your uncle, who is very worried about you right now. I'm sure that I don't know
I'm
what brought you
fine.
here.
Go back and tell Uncle Coop I'm fine. I want to be here. We're in love.
My dear.
I giving him my blood, and then I'm gonna be like him, and then we're gonna be together forever. Just go away.
I'm gonna turn on ore. My dear, I don't think you know what love is. But your uncle has that for you. And this child is trying to steal something from you.
No, I told him I'd give him my blood. He needs it to make his drugs, to make his money. I
What do
don't
you
got.
think of-
Listen, Mr. Puro, you ain't known me since I was a kid. I got nothing. My mama dead.
I know that you're
got-
very smart and you've got better places to
I
be.
dropped out of school. I lied. What do I got? My Uncle Coop is 45. It looks like he's 60, working himself to death. My Nana's dying. She got the dementia. What do I gotta live for? I want to be like Frankie. I don't want this life no more. And if you don't understand that, I don't care. And you can tell Uncle Coop I don't care.
I understand. You could have just come to me for help.
I don't know
And if
you.
you-
I ain't known you since I was a kid. What do I know about you?
I know your uncle, and he is very dear to me. So why don't you stop him worrying? And reconsider, as Frankie over here, if you want to be anything like him, he's either going to be a very thin paste, or he's going to continue to be a deadbeat. So please, reconsider exactly who you're trying to emulate. I'm
She
a
thinks it
very
over.
fine, upstanding businessman. I can find you a job.
I don't want a job. She pulls out the needles. Just take me home. I ain't gonna promise I'm not gonna run away again.
Is the boyfriend thoroughly, or not boy? Is the thin blood who's extracting her blood for drugs? Is he thoroughly distracted by Anthony up in his face?
Yes.
Then I'm going to put a syringe of tranquilizer in his neck.
Into Frankie's neck?
Yeah, he's a thin blood, right? That should work.
I I would say it would make him quite tired, make him docile, would not knock him out.
Works for me.
Okay. You put it into his neck, and he falls forward into Anthony's arms. Whether Anthony catches him or not is up to Anthony.
I catch him, not gently, of course. Grab him by the scruff of his neck, more or less.
Anthony, he's all yours, but first I have some questions to ask him about his process in manufacturing this stuff.
Ask away, Doc.
I would prefer to do so in the comfort of my lab.
He'll offer no resistance.
I'll hit him with another dose just to make sure.
Not to rain on anyone's parade, but before we go anywhere else, maybe we should look around.
I agree. I would also like to make you aware that if we are leaving with Frankie's body, chances are someone will see, word will spread. I'm known in this neighborhood.
On top of that, we might not be alone in this apartment.
That's worth a check.
The door was open.
Bree pipes up again. Don't worry, we're alone. Ain't nobody here but me and Frankie.
Then why was the door open?
And I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
I guessing y'all are vampires like Frankie is. But
Well,
I
this
guess
is a
you're
problem.
thicker blood than he is.
it's
That's
not.
what he called you.
You don't want this, okay? Dude,
Don't you tell me what I want. I don't know you from Eve.
I don't know you either, but dude,
Exactly.
this
So
sucks.
keep your mouth shut.
I am what you want. This sucks. Okay? If you're not gonna take it from who's in it, then I don't know who you're gonna take it from. But what do I know, right? Anyway, proceed.
I don't care. Are you taking me home or not?
I'll take you home.
When I run away again, Mr. Pirro, you ain't gonna find me. Just telling you now.
Then how about we make a deal? I give you what you want. And you make sure to look after your uncle.
You gonna make me like you.
When the time comes. Need some time to recover.
I want Frankie alive. Or whatever.
I have no plans to kill him.
There's no deal without that. And if I run away again, I'll get on the Greyhound. Uncle Coop won't never hear from me again. He's a good man. I'm too fucked up. He sees baby Bree. He don't see me for who I am now.
I can promise you this. I will not harm him while he is in my custody.
If Frankie doesn't come back to me in 3 nights, I'm gone. Forever.
I can arrange that.
Fine. Give me time to say goodbye to Coop and Nana. So are we going or what?
You three can handle it here.
Yes.
Just for clarification, who is leaving and who is staying?
I think Hunter's gonna quickly, like, is there clothes or a coat or something?
Certainly.
Yeah, he's
You know,
gonna
big overcoat.
Yeah, he's gonna grab that, hand it to Bree, and then he's gonna take her outside to the Jeep.
Is anyone going with them? You can all squeeze into this Jeep. It'll be just a little bit tight.
Oh, we've got to transport the now barely conscious boyfriend, unfortunately. I'm going to take some photos of his chemistry set.
Are we able to fit 7 bodies into the Jeep?
It's quite a well-endowed back part of the Jeep. So as long as you all squeeze in and maybe lay the body across your laps, then yes. Sarah has no problem sitting on Hunter's lap.
Well, I'm driving.
Or if you would like to stay behind and wait for a lift, since there is no other vehicle with you.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be a little awkward waiting for a lift.
Why your lab? Why not here?
I have proper equipment in my lab to synthesize just about any chemical, as well as cells to contain this man.
You have cells in your lab? I thought you were a veterinarian.
I'm also kindred.
Huh. We learn something new every day. Well, all right, then. If you can fit 5 people in the back, or 4, I guess. Let's go.
Let's just quit. I tell Sarah to stand. I put her hand on the wall and I go like, I'll just have a look, okay? I'll be right here.
You don't need to worry about me.
Okay,
I don't see with my eyes, but I see in other ways.
That's really good. Can
sorry.
Can I just try to sense the unseen or something and look around?
Sense the unseen shows things that are supernaturally hidden. Yeah. Would you like to look for things that are supernaturally hidden, or would you like to look for more mundane things?
I suppose I have no reason to look for more supernatural things. It feels like a more mundane situation, so no, I'm just gonna look, actually.
Wits investigation. Anthony, you were going to say something?
I was going to speak to Hunter for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Hunter, I believe this is the equipment used to make the red cubes.
I think that's a pretty accurate guess.
Would you be all right with me destroying it?
I'm more interested in the people that are doing this. I don't care how to make drugs.
Good. I don't like things like this on my streets.
What did you get, Astrid?
Our streets. The streets. Semantics.
I got 3 successes and 1 hunger success, I guess.
4 successes.
So that's
just
want
you to be able to search the place before Anthony starts dumping over boiling pressure cookers. You find pretty mundane things. Pizza boxes. Apparently Frankie eats food. You find clothes of Breeze, cell phones, burner phones. You find lots of red tender sugar separated out into individual baggies, ready for what you might call distribution. Mm. You also find something a little bit more personal. And what you assume is Frankie's bedroom. It's a picture of you, picture of Saul, and a picture of himself. You're all standing in front of the beach here in Myrtle Beach, holding your surfboards. It's the only thing in his room that is clean and dusted.
I leave it there. I don't take it. Or actually, no, I pocket it.
You take it.
Take it.
Absolutely.
And
he obviously can't offer any resistance to that. He is unconscious.
And I go and I grab, how many burner phones do I actually find?
5, 6, they're scattered. Some of them look so old, they haven't been used in a long time.
I grab the newer ones.
You grab 2 smartphones.
Yeah.
What you might call a track phone from Walmart.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And I pocket those. And then the rest I point to the bags and I go like, that's ready to go. We can leave it here or we can do something about it, but I don't think I can carry all of this. However,
Anthony,
I grab one of the bags and I toss it to our dear doctor.
That gives you 2 2 bags of red tender sugar, and 1 single black tender sugar.
This should be enough, I suppose. As to the red tender sugar, I know how it's being made now, but the black tender sugar is another question. Although if they are chemically similar, then we could make guesses. Anthony?
Yes.
You were going to burn this place to the ground, right?
No. I was going to destroy the equipment. Do you need it? Is it valuable?
No, there's nothing in here that I could not... I have a professionally equipped lab. It looks like he made everything here with supplies he found at Home Depot.
All right. I inspect it. You said pressure cooker. How hot is the surface of this thing?
You would say about 300 degrees Celsius at the moment.
I'm not an idiot. I'm not a complete idiot.
Or 480 degrees Fahrenheit.
I will... No, we'll leave the equipment for now. I know where all this is. And we have Frankie. Are there any...
You might want to... So you turn off all the burners?
I turn off all the burners. Are there any keys to this apartment?
Astra didn't find any. And you don't see any. Thinking maybe they're in Frankie's pocket.
I start searching his pockets.
They're there.
Good. We can go. I'll clean this up later.
All
Weekend
piled
at
back.
Bernie's, Frankie, so nobody, pretend he's awake.
Or rather, fortunately, in this neighborhood, nobody asks a lot of questions and nobody sees anything.
Wonderful.
As you all pile in, it is a tight squeeze. Sarah holds onto your neck, Hunter, as Anthony speeds out of the parking lot. And it is a little bit of a drive back to Hunter's trailer, where Cooper lives. If there's anything you'd like to discuss on the way.
Well, tonight was eventful.
Can Frankie hear me? I asked Alan.
He's in a state right now. I'll pull up his eyelid and wave something in front of it. He's on a double dose of tranquilizer.
There's no dilation when you open his eyes.
He's very much out cold.
Okay, I just, you can see me take a picture out from my fancy new shirt. And I just kind of tuck it, I fold it and tuck it into his pocket.
You seem to know a lot about these Thin Bloods.
For the record, Bree is seething, and right now she has headphones in.
Ah, right, okay.
For the record.
That's fine.
Meaning she's listening to loud music and she's not listening to any of you, and she is visibly angry.
Well, she can remain that way.
Yeah, I used to be pretty close to him and Tusol, but shit happens, and I have a feeling that, well, I don't know what happened, but they were the ones that started being involved in this whole, kindred business before I did. Which I wasn't really thrilled about then, even though I didn't know it by name to be that, or by fact or whatever. They kind of kept me in the dark. They were just fucking working night shifts, suddenly making weird decisions, disappearing, shit like that. And then I woke up like this. So...
Wait, you woke up like this? How?
There's other stuff involved, but long story short, it wasn't their doing. But I'm trying to figure out how much exactly of shit that went down was they're doing. And I'll keep you updated once I figure it out. For now, it doesn't necessarily coincide or matter with what's going on, so...
Do you know where Saul is?
No, but I could try to find out.
Might be
Astrid,
worth a shot.
you have tried many times to find Saul since you learned that ritual. Every time, the trail is so faint. He is so far outside of the city. It's impossible for you to follow.
I can try, but he's keeping away. I don't know why.
Away from the city?
Or from facing shit. Take your pick. I know I've taken mine, but let's try to keep an open mind for now. At least I'm trying. Not that I'm so good at that, but here we are. And so I wouldn't necessarily see Frankie deader than he is at the very least, if that can be avoided.
I'm not in the business of killing just because I'm pissed off at someone. Believe it or not.
We're supposed to
Good
keep
to
him
know.
alive anyway, or I am, so
Yeah.
Frankie will be fine. But
The
when
good
you
thing.
when you find this Saul, what are you gonna do?
Me, in particular,
Yeah.
ask a lot of questions. Maybe beat his ass. Maybe kill him, depending on what he says.
Well, I wish you the best.
Sarah taps your chest, Hunter. Love is complicated, isn't it, Jack?
Sarah, that's not what this is.
But what is?
Nothing.
It sounds like it's love.
Love is a delicate gossamer beauty. Or it's hatred and fury. Can't be both.
That's beautiful.
Bit by
I know. So you head away from the strip, back down into the more countryside of the Grand Strand. Pull in to Little River Trailer Park once again. To your right, Cooper's lights are on, his porch light is on. He's been waiting for hours now to hear back from you. It is roughly 11 p.m., still early in the night. But for Cooper, this has felt like years waiting. And you can see him on his porch. He jumps up when he sees your Jeep and races out. Did you find her? Is that Bree in the car?
Yeah, I'm gonna lean over and pull the headphones out of Bree and we're gonna be like, for me, you're gonna be nice. For him, you're gonna be nicer.
She
then
purses her lips.
We'll deal with you later.
Fine. But you made me a deal. From what I remember, you're all about the deal.
Yes, I am.
She turns to Cooper and she throws his arm around him and puts on a very big show. Oh, Uncle Coop, I'm so sorry. I met these people and I drank too much and I passed out on their couch. I'm so sorry, Uncle Coop. I'll never do it again. I'll never run away again. I promise. Big, showy lie. Cooper doesn't care. He holds her so tightly and tears in his eyes. He says, Mr. Pira, Hunter, Anthony, Doctor, I'll remember it. Young lady, thank you so much for bringing my Bree back to me. Thank you. What can I do? What can I do to repay you?
You can get some rest.
He holds her tight brings her inside. Now it's left with you, Sarah, and Frankie. You can, of course, part ways here. Astrid, you would need to call Dara to take you home. Galen, you would need to call a car.
Would.
You do not have yours with you. Anthony and Hunter,
Well, I need to
this is where you
transport
live.
this guy, so... Could I borrow your Jeep by chance? I'd rather not load our little friend in the back into an Uber.
Well, that's the interesting thing. Galen, wherever Frankie is for the next 3 nights, I'm gonna need to know.
If you'd like to follow me, then, or ride along, then you're welcome to.
I'm gonna visit him once a night. And then on the 3rd night, I will return him to his bow.
That seems amenable. I trust that the location of my... Well, everybody knows where my practice is, but the location of the underbelly of it, let's say, will
The location
remain...
of your haven is unknown. The location of
Yes.
your practice is quite well known among all communities here in Myrtle Beach. Any other places that you have, such as rental units, are known only to you.
I can drive you there. Anthony,
Thank you very much.
that okay?
Just take me to my practice, and when you want to visit him, just meet me at the front desk.
I will.
Although there is room now in the car for Sarah to have her own seat, she continues to sit on Hunter's lap as Anthony drives. And it is not far. Little River Medical, or Little River Animal Medical, is not far. And as you pull in, it's maybe 10 minutes down Route 9. The first person you see is Jim. He is your veterinarian in training. He's your resident there, and he's been running the night shift for you when you can't be there because of whatever Baron Park's nonsense is for you to do that evening.
Yes.
And he runs out and he says, "Oh God, Doc, I thought you weren't ever coming back. Car's been here. It's been 2 nights. I mean, I can't handle this all by myself."
My apologies. I have
And you
been...
know, Ginny's real nice, Virginia. She's real nice, but I had her draw some blood out of a turtle and she passed out.
Oh, goodness. Oh, that could be disqualifying, unfortunately.
Is that who's that?
He's
Points at
alive.
Frankie.
I'm gonna use cloud memory on him. You never saw any of this.
You will have to move quite quickly after
Yes.
cut memory to
Hunter
not have him
picks
see
up
it
the
again.
guy as he's like distracted by Galen. I'm like, oh.
And Galen and Hunter, you go around his practice. There is a back door, what you would call a storm cellar. Not common here in Myrtle Beach. Very dangerous to have storm cellars here in Myrtle Beach. Flooding, we have hurricanes. But Galen seems to think it's worth the risk.
It is...
And down you
Quite
go
secure.
into the storm cellar.
Yeah, but
Anthony, of course, you know Jim. You know Jim very well.
Yes, I do.
Unbeknownst to Galen, of course.
Yeah, I glance his direction, but I don't acknowledge him.
He sees you glance at him. He just nods. I assume the doctor is gonna come up and help me at some point, right?
I suppose.
Well, I'll be in the clinic if y'all need anything.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did we all come with?
Yes.
I would have liked to come with. Yeah, okay. I'm just
We're
like
all
hanging
there.
with Sarah, I guess.
Even Sarah.
yeah, the storm cellar is inside. It like looks like a storm cellar from the outside, but inside there's a there's a metal door. It's locked, and when opened, it shows there's a surgery. There are 2 human-sized cells, a bedroom, and I believe some security cameras. But let me double check that.
Is there an opportunity for me to speak to Jim alone?
He went back inside. You just have to follow him into the clinic.
I will.
She leaves Astrid and Sarah outside. Astrid.
Yeah?
Sarah crawls into the back seat with you. She holds your hand
I'm here.
and she says, "Sister,
Tell me.
I am sorry. I'm sorry about Natalie. She was very nice."
I know.
And that's when you get a phone call. It's from your sire. He never calls you. You're
Hello?
supposed to call him.
Hello?
Astrid,
Yes.
where are you?
I'm currently at the clinic. Why?
What clinic?
The pet clinic. I would just.
I'm sending a new ghoul to you.
Okay.
Diedrich. You've met him.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my child, but you must find somewhere else to stay this evening.
Has something happened?
Yes, something has happened. You lied to me.
Excuse me?
You sent Dara, my ghoul, back to me, empty-handed. Did you think she would not tell me that you had a daughter of oblivion in your grasp and let her go? Did you think she would not tell me my ghoul, my blood, is in her veins, as it is in yours?
But
I hope you think of Diedrich and the mistakes that you make and how it will affect him. I hope you think of Dara and what she had to suffer for your mistakes. Do not return till you bring me a daughter of oblivion.
my sire.
He hangs up. Sarah is still holding your hand, patting it. They say she drowned. She didn't drown.
That's
Natalie Wood, your rebel without a cause,
That's
tore her
right.
apart.
Yeah,
You need to run away.
I do. Actually, no. No, I'm not going to run away from my problems, Sarah. I need to take care of them.
Hunter and Gallon, downstairs, place the body on what looks like a morgue slab.
I'm gonna put on some gloves, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to surgically insert a GPS tag, the kind you would put on an animal that the owner is particularly protective of.
Mm-hmm. Hunter, do you watch him do this?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will hit him with some stimulants. See if we can get
he's
him.
gonna like inject anything, I'm gonna be like, 1 second. I need to
Don't
seal
like
my
needles?
end of the deal. And I am going to open his mouth and press my wrist into his fangs
All right.
and let it bleed a little bit.
Is your intention to
Blood
ghoul
wound
him? You know you'll need to do this over the next few nights
I have
for the
3
bond
nights.
to take form. You do. Interesting that she picked 3 of all numbers. Anthony, Jim, it's waiting, looking at you. What do you need now, boss?
You don't need to call me that.
I always call you that.
I just want you to do me a little favor. I'll pay
No.
back in return. If the doctor goes anywhere unexpected, if he goes missing, leaves for the night, let me know.
Can do, boss.
Good, thank you. I'll need to make a phone call right now, so if you'll excuse me, Have a good rest of the evening.
Right back at you, Slick.
I'll go outside and I'll take out the same number that I've dialed so many times the last couple of years, and I'll dial it far away from anyone else.
Rings once. Rings twice. Rings 3 times. A woman picks up the phone. Older woman. Hello? Marcus, is that you? Hello?
I hang up.
Speaking of phone
I
calls.
break my phone.
Understood. Speaking of phone calls, Hunter, you get a phone call as the doctor is going about his business.
I'm gonna move to the back of the room and pick it up. Well, howdy.
It's a voice you recognize. It's Faith. You met her last night in Loris. The detective. Mr. Pierrot, I have a message for you.
And who would that be from?
I'll let her tell you. You hear the phone shuffle as she hands it to someone else. Hunter, it's Erica. We met last night in the police station.
Did indeed. What is it you need?
I am supposed to tell you that you have been formally invited to the meeting of the Prince of Charlotte. He is going to declare praxis in Myrtle Beach. If you do not come, he'll kill me. Is that what I'm supposed to say? Please, I just want to go home.
You'll go home.
And the
don't worry.
phone goes dead. Astrid. SUV pulls up. Dara's SUV. But of course, Dara is not driving it. Thiedrick is driving it. Met him before. Short. Bald. He steps out and he says, Miss Astrid, I am to inform you that you are to represent your sire to the Prince of Charlotte tomorrow night.
Okay.
Your sire has asked that you do not contact him again until you fulfill his wishes, and you cannot return home. I am not allowed to bring you there.
All right. That makes sense.
Hunter.
Thanks.
Gallon is finishing up his work, taking samples, things he will have to pour over at the end of the night, into many other nights. Do you have anything to share with him?
Galen, I think you're gonna be in a lot of trouble very soon.
How do you mean?
I don't suppose you're very fond of the Camarilla.
Oh, we just get along merrily. Of course, I'm not very fond of them.
Well, I got a fun little invite. Princess Charlotte. Swinging his big old dick around. Wants us to come to a party. Wants me to come to a party. I don't care much for power or being called a baron or none of that, but I do want to know what's going on in Myrtle Beach. And as always, I want to help my friends. And since we've been through so much together, that includes you. If there's anything that you need to tell me about this sugar cube stuff, we might be able to help out Myrtle Beach with, help out each other with, before big old boots come stomping through our town.
Yes. I don't have any more information than you, unfortunately. It wound up I first encountered it, it wound up in a pet that I was treating. It's not abnormal for pets to ingest narcotics. I've dealt with God knows how many cases of a dog eating pot brownies, in which case, you just let them ride it out. It's unpleasant, but they'll live. This stuff is really bizarre, and I'm going to need some time to properly synthesize and analyze it. But I can promise you, as soon as I have the information, you will have it as well.
Then you'll have anything you need in
Thank
that
you.
time. But remember, I need to see the boy.
Of course. I'll slip Hunter a key.
Thank you.
I trust you enough for this. Don't, please, for the love of God, don't break it.
I wouldn't dream. Have a nice night.
Be safe.
You too. And I begin to leave.
You exit the storm cellar, close it behind you. Anthony, you see him exiting out, or you see him standing outside of the clinic. Seems to have broken his phone in half.
I throw it in the ditch and I join Hunter.
And Astrid is looking. She's sitting in your Jeep still. An SUV has pulled up, and there's a sharply dressed man standing next to Astrid. Sarah is with her. Astrid doesn't look well. She looks upset. She looks like she may start crying.
In that case, I'm gonna walk up and stand beside Astrid, and just say, "Now, look here, beautiful. You shouldn't be upset about anything. This man bothering you?"
No. Thank you for asking. As a matter of fact, he is there as replacement.
Replaced.
Yeah, there is no more. And I don't have a place to stay until we finish our mission, so to speak. I also have a party to go to tomorrow, so
Why
gotta
is
put
she
on a
no
brave
more?
face.
Why is she no more? What happened to her?
Because the person that's like my sire.
Diedrich reaches out, Astrid, grabs onto your bracelet, and squeezes as soon as you say the word sire. Please take 1 superficial damage. You all see him do this.
I'm gonna take out my gun.
Don't.
I'm just like emerging from the storm cellar at this point, having given him the stabilizing medicine to keep him from dying and extracted some blood samples. And
You
all that.
see Hunter pointing a gun at a sharply dressed man
Don't.
holding tightly onto Astrid's arm.
I'm gonna, assuming that Hunter has a good reason to be, I'm gonna take my tranquilizer gun out, put a dart in, and aim it as well.
Don't do anything. It's just gonna make it worse. Okay? Don't.
Gallon, you wouldn't hear her say that. Compose your firearms.
Ooh.
But you can see me like I'm trying to get
You're talking
out
to
of
Hunter.
the car.
Gallon is emerging from behind the building. He can only see what you're doing. He
God.
doesn't have heightened senses activated to hear your conversation.
Okay, let's see. 2 successes.
Let's see.
Tonight has not been
His
a good
dodge
night.
pool is also very bad.
I'm gonna re-roll 3 of those. That's what I'm gonna do. That.
You don't have to.
God.
You don't have
Oh,
to.
okay, perfect.
That is no successes. You shoot him right in the neck, and he falls backwards onto the hood of his SUV, down to the ground.
That one me.
Whoops.
Gallon, you approach, and you say, whoops.
Yeah.
I kind of I pat Sarah on the arm and kind of like.
Sarah seems completely unfazed by any of this. But she holds her hand over your bracelet. I can't take this off of you.
Astrid,
None of us can.
Astrid,
You need a mortal to do it.
what are we doing with him?
Nothing. It's not his fault. Don't.
Well, I have two
She's
cells,
right.
so-
It's not his fault. It's the rebel without a cause's fault.
All right. So we let him slowly wake up.
If he wouldn't have done it, he'd end up like there. Let's put it that way. So
All right.
this isn't a
Natalie Wood didn't drown.
That's yeah.
The rebel without a cause tore her apart.
Rebel without a cause. Astrid, I'm beginning to get the sense that you might know more about this rebel without a cause than you're letting on.
The rebel
Ew.
without a cause is her. I'm sorry. Am I saying too much, sister?
I can't stop you.
That's true. Her rebel without a cause is her sire.
She like points to her. She didn't say it.
No one here is gonna squeeze that dagger on your wrist just for saying the word sire.
Oh,
No, but I don't know what this can do.
We can't. Don't touch it. We can't touch it. It'll burn.
fascinating.
There's more. There's a lot going on. Okay, I can't talk
And
about
you
it
need
here
to
though.
start explaining, because as much as you've been a massive help in me finding Bree and all of that, your whole thing, it's a lot. And it's starting to get in the way. We can help each other, and I help my friends. We need to know what's going on.
Sarah pats your hand, Astrid, and says, "You can trust Jack. Wasn't a good swordsman, but his heart's in the right place,
Still not.
I think."
I thought they might be the case. I just don't want any more people wearing this or other devices like it, or becoming worse for wear. So that's why I've been careful about it. Does that make sense?
Sort
She
of.
looks at all of them in turn.
Honestly,
She's scared. Can't you feel it? Rolling off of you, goosebumps on your skin. She's so scared of the rebel without a cause.
Now, if you want that bracelet removed, you said we need a mortal?
It'll burn. Like
The mortal?
lava, like
Or
sun.
her? Oh.
It
Like
can
fire.
stay for now. This is nothing. It can stay for now. I don't mind it, if that makes sense.
And what do we do about this one? I gesture to the now unconscious
Thiedric.
Theodric, yeah.
If I make him go back or not be with me, he's gonna end up like Dara. If he stays with me, he's gonna see everything and eventually report back to him anyway. Therefore, anything I do will eventually get him killed anyway. Because what I want to do is not stay in this situation. Therefore, I've got a lot of things going on right now. I've just got to figure out how exactly to go about some of them. I've started working through a few of them. I'm sorry if this sounds vague, but the idea was to come on top and make the rebel without a cause be a rebel 6 feet under for good. That was the plan since the beginning that I have had, sort of. Or at least the hopes that I have had, because as you can see, he's very nice to me, very sweet. And so I didn't want to get anyone involved because he can be very nice to others too. And I was so very jealous about it.
if I may ask, This man, are you implying that he will die because of actions you will be taking?
This man? I point to the ghoul.
Yes, this man.
Yep. Apparently.
I'm disappointed, but not surprised.
Frankly, same.
I can give him another dose right now.
No.
That'll kill him.
Why?
Why?
Why would you want to do that?
He's dead either way, right?
It's not.
Your friend
prerogative.
isn't going, or your rebel without a cause.
I would be very careful if I were you with my next words.
Your rebel without a cause will give this man an unbelievable amount of pain before he kills him.
I know you are a veterinarian, but I believe the practitioners of medicine didn't just kill people because they'll die soon anyway.
This is about harm reduction, Anthony.
The thing is
You
that
disgust me.
Okay, just chill for a moment. The thing is that whatever happens to this person, Mr. Rebel will just send another, and make so many of them that will all be laying on my conscience, like there is. So I would like to avoid that.
I could remove his tongue. Can't speak without a tongue.
There's other.
Clearly, you haven't met many of these blood witches. Prodigal son.
That's a fair point. I have made it a point of avoiding them. As you can imagine, I don't get along with their kind.
I've seen it firsthand.
Strand, this is merely advice. Take it however you like. But our existence leaves a trail of bodies behind it, whether we like it or not, and they will always weigh on your conscience.
It's been to my practice. That's what I'm really worried about. If he's reporting back
Shut
to our
up.
rebel without a cause, then I could be compromised. The entire life I've built here could be gone.
As you
You're
say
right,
that,
it is selfish, Anthony. It is selfish.
As you say that, Galen, Jim comes running out of the clinic.
Oh, shit.
Wireless phone in his hand. Hands it to you. Doc, your sister's calling?
What the fuck? Okay. Who is this? How did you get this number?
Hey, big brother. Can't wait to see you at the ball tonight. She hangs up the phone. And that is where we're going to end session 2 in Here Lies Tragedy for this evening. Very good job. Wow, you guys. Just laying it all out there.
Jesus fuck, you nailed me with that one at the end. Oh my god.
I know. I was waiting for it. I was really looking forward to that.
That is the blessing of being a GM.
Yeah, no, that
thank
was...
you, Huddy.
Oh.
No, thank you guys. You guys were amazing going along with my, I don't know, my machinations of going back and forth. But you guys did totally awesome. So happy. Thank you, Primogen. Thank you, Josh, for hosting. Thank you, Harry. Amazing. Kitsu, amazing. You guys are awesome. And sorry, gotta wait 2 weeks.
So
2 weeks,
big.
everybody.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. That, whew.
Like Huddy says, see you in 2 weeks either on her channel or on Twitch. Either way, we can't wait to see what you think where this is going. Who knows? But yeah, until then,